I'm Stacey Kannenberg. I'm from Fredonia, Wisconsin, and we're here in Fredonia, Wisconsin. I'm so glad you could come visit and hear my story. I was a mom that was inspired by a series of Oprah shows, and I wanted to make a difference. I didn't know what my passion was, and Oprah kept saying, "Find your passion," and I kept screaming back to the television, "I don't know what my passion is." And through a series of her shows, I really did. I found my passion. It started with the Walking Buddies show, started walking with a friend, and discovered that, gosh, we had a lot in common talking about our kids getting ready for school. And at the time, my children were 3 and 1, and I was trying to find something to help them get ready for school. And she was telling me how advanced kindergarten had become, and I was absolutely shocked. I mean, who knew there were positional words and high frequency words and sight words and all these things associated with kindergarten that I had never heard of? I'm like, what is a positional word? High frequency words? I'd never heard of it, so I was absolutely shocked. And she had my interest. Oh my gosh, my kids are 3 and 1 and they're not going to be ready for kindergarten, and there's things I need to do as a parent, so I needed to find those things. And so off I went trying to find that magical book, and I couldn't find what I was looking for. And leave it to Oprah to have a show called The Big Dream Show. So here we were walking, came up with the idea, and then she had a show called The Big Dream Show, and I said to my neighbor, "I wish I had an idea for Oprah's Big Dream Show." And she's like, "How about the kindergarten book you can't find? One book for every grade that helps parents, kids, and teachers all get ready for school." I went back to my playgroup moms and asked them questions, and they're like, "Oh, we couldn't find this book either. Yes, you need to do it." And then Oprah, bless her, had a show on self-publishing to show me how to do it. And then she had a show on the Mom Millionaires to inspire me and make me feel like, gosh, I can do this too. So every step of the way, whenever I seemed to have a question and I wasn't sure what to do, I would literally flip on Oprah and there would be the answer sitting right there on my TV set, getting me so excited, going, if they can do it, I can too. So today we've sold over 60,000 copies of our books. So today we're in 400 school districts nationwide, and it's become this little engine that could word-of-mouth campaign that's really elevated us into the platform. But then a funny thing happened on the way to developing these books. I always laughed and said, gosh, I'm not the expert. I'm just a mom that was trying to get her own kids ready for kindergarten. And I started doing television segments, helping your kids get ready for school. And a professor called me and said, "I would love to have you come in and do a seminar for my teachers." And I'm thinking, okay, I can do that. So I became, one of my teachers from Illinois calls me the Jerry Seinfeld of education. I am somebody who takes nothing and turns it into something. So I started doing seminars across the country, talking to teachers, speaking at early learning conferences, speaking at kindergarten conferences. And another funny thing happened. I started testing my preschool teachers. I wanted them to tell me what they thought the 7 things are that kids need to know for kindergarten. And so I asked them, okay, I'm finding, based on some of your answers, I'm a little confused. Can we talk about the 7 things kids need to know for kindergarten? So I asked them to name the 7 things. I mean, if I asked a teacher, what's this color? Chances are she's gonna say red. So if you can tell me what kids are tested on. So I tested 630 teachers across the nation. The only state not represented was Hawaii. And of that 630, only 12 got it right. So we've uncovered this huge problem with early education, that if our preschool teachers don't know exactly what our kids are being tested on in kindergarten, we're doing ourselves a big disservice. So then I started asking kindergarten teachers if they know what kids are tested on in 1st grade, and I started uncovering this alarming trend. So here I am, a mom who's not a teacher, from Wisconsin, who's on a mission to change the way our kids are educated and to really empower kids from really young ages to be involved in the process. The goal was for me to stay at home with our kids, and the goal was for me to be empowered in their education. Well, how much more can you get than writing these books and being empowered in the education of kids? I mean, honestly, we never dreamed that it would take off the way it did. I didn't even put an ISBN number on the back of the book, and that is the number on the back of the book that allows you to sell it. I printed off 3,000 books. I did a conventional press run. I had 2-Bit Production from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. They said, look, if this fails, you know, we'll just tear up the bill on your illustrations. And it was a hefty illustration bill, but they believed in it so much. So it was really fun to get a call from TMJ4 News in Milwaukee, and they put me on the news, and next thing you know, Barnes & Noble, Paula's calling me from Barnes & Noble going, we need your book, we need your book. And I'm like, I don't have an ISBN number on this book. And they're like, we'll show you how to get an ISBN number. Let's get it in right away. And so 2 ladies came in. The first lady's cleaning my house as she's talking, and my husband like, she's hired. The next lady was like, I'm like, what's your passion? If I could give you the dream job, what would you do? And she said, I love to cook. My husband's a big game hunter, and I love to cook game. And I'm like, I have a freezer full of it, you're hired. And she's like, what? I'm like, I want you to cook for me. So every Tuesday she picks up meats, she makes food. The following Tuesday she drops it off. So every Tuesday I've got food coming in. My husband's lost 35 pounds. I've lost 12 pounds. My kids are happy. She uses our recipe box. And we give her great ideas. It's all very healthy from scratch. Stuff that I wouldn't have time for, but I'm always 1 minute and 30 seconds away from a meal. The easiest way to do it is ask somebody. If you don't even know what your passion is, ask your friend, ask your husband, ask your kids and say, what's my passion? If I walked up to my kids and said, what's my passion? They would say, Mommy, you love to read. You need to do something with reading. You love to read. So ask your best friend, ask your mother, you know, and then you have to catch yourself being happy. If you're one of those people that loves to travel, then tie your business around traveling. If you're one of those people that love horses and you love taking pictures, then maybe you need to be travel around and take pictures of horses and use the photography. I mean, there's so many things that you can do if you love to cook. From my experience, to just do it. To just do it. And if you don't know how, call me. There's a ton of different mom entrepreneurs out there. There's a ton of entrepreneur sites out there. Just Google. Find somebody, and it's usually people you don't know, that get all excited about your idea and give you 100 ways to do it, and take all of that information and surround yourself with people that are talking about following their passion, and you hang with them. And you might not even know them very well, but the one thing you'll have in common is the fact that you have the passion. And in today's society, with the internet, with all the social media sites, you can go to the momentrepreneur.com, you can go to the Startup Princesses, you can go to, email me. I've got sources. There's about 40 different social networking sites that you can go to today that can help you, the work-at-home moms, the stay-at-home moms, all of these sites of people that want to start businesses, and just do it. One of the things that really was important for me is once we created the company, my husband gave me a crystal clear clock the very first Christmas that we started Cedar Valley Publishing. And on this crystal clear clock, he had the Cedar Valley Publishing logo, and he created a phrase that's become my mantra, and it's so incredibly beautiful that it brings me to tears. But he said, the dream is clear, to believe is the reward. So every day I look at that clock on my desk and say, he's right, I always knew the dream was clear, to believe. To actually believe enough in your idea and take the steps to get it done, that's the reward. To be where you are later, to look back and say, I've done something that's helping people all across the globe. That's powerful. So you can do anything as long as you put your mind to it, and surround yourself with exciting people that take what you're doing seriously and want to help you get to the next step. Anybody can do anything, and now I'm on a mission to help other people find their passion and say, you can do whatever you put your mind to it. It doesn't matter who you are.